Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Longest Journey. Let's see if it's going to actually work. It is good. Which one of these is the right save? That one. The man inside of the tree. Yes, in the last stream / episode, we spoke to this man, and I think he told us to go and speak to the man in the temple, right? I believe. The three people don't live in. It's fine. There's only one person per tree. Look, there's not a lot of room here. You can't have more than one person per tree. Was it last stream or this stream? Yes. I still didn't work out what the flower bed was all about, but I'm sure that'll become apparent at some point. And where was the place? Was it? Do I have to go to the marketplace, I guess? Marketplace? Temple? Are we going to get a 15-minute monologue? Or is he just going to give me a book? I think giving me a book would be terrible. Here's a book. Read this for the next 15 minutes. Ahaha. Tobias. I have questions, my friend. As I slowly walk towards you, foreboding in my presence. Hello, David. Hello, Sylvian. Hello, Ard as well. How are you all doing today?
Good morning, Tobias.
God, that was loud.
Why, it's April, my friend from Stark. Have you come to visit us again?
So it appears. I didn't exactly come here by choice this time, though.
Oh? How so, if I may ask?
In a weird and twisted way, it's nothing out of what's become the substitute for ordinary in my life. One second I was in my room in Newport. The next, I was in a dark alley in Marcuria.
You must have opened a shift while you were sleeping. Good. This means you are learning to harness your magic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I guess, except I don't think I'll be able to get back home again. And this time, my mentor, Cortez, has no idea that I'm here.
Ah, but I'm sure you will find a way to channel and control your power soon. In the meantime, is there anything I can do to help?
Hello, Grumpy Banana. How are you doing? Oh god, look at all this information. I guess we'll start at the top. I need help getting back home.
I need help getting back home.
Unfortunately, I'm in no better state today to help you shift than I was the day before yesterday. You are the one with the talent, and so you must learn to use that talent.
We're doomed. Yeah, we're stuck. Okay, I need to locate the disc that unlocks the Guardian's Tower.
I need to locate the disc that unlocks the Guardian's Tower.
The disc that is the key? Yes, it is needed. It might even restore balance, provided the new Guardian accompanies it to the tower, of course. But you wish to find the disc yourself?
Yes.
I have to. Cliché or not, it's our only hope.
You do this often, then? You know, save worlds?
It's an expression. Heroism in my world is more of a cliché than anything else.
I do not understand. But then I am merely a servant of the balance, while you are more. But yes, the disc. As I told you once before, when the Earth was divided, and the realm of the Guardian created, a disc was forged in the Well of Making. The disc was to serve two purposes: as a key to the Tower of Balance should it become necessary to enter it in the Guardian's absence, and as a replacement for the disc that is already in the tower should it be broken. The tower is now abandoned and locked, and the old disc shattered. I do think the time is right for the second disc to be brought forward and used.
Hello, show. It is the weird game again, yes. This squeaky lantern up here is driving me insane. But oh no, that's not good. Working evenings. It means that your weekends get taken up with all the stuff that you need to do in the week. But it's always good to see you. And I'm kind of annoyed that "Help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope" was also a thing that came into my head. It upsets me. So, Tobias, where is the disc?
Where is the disc now?
At first, more than 12,000 years ago, it was kept in the open, at the Sentinel Enclave outside Marcuria. However, when thieves attempted to make away with the disc, it was taken away.
Why?
To stop them stealing it?
4 parts of the disc could be divided amongst 4 of the magical people of Arcadia. People who would have nothing to gain from the balance being compromised.
What people were the disc divided amongst? I feel like I've heard this story from, like, at least 3 different people.
What people were the disc divided amongst?
This I cannot tell you. I am not sure anyone remembers now. But it would be in the scriptures, I am certain.
What scriptures?
The scriptures of the balance.
Oh.
There are 13 of them. 13 is a strong number, rich in tradition, and... Did you know the Irede High Council consists of 13 ministers? No, of course you don't. 13 was also the number of the fathers who begat the Sentinel, and who built the Tower of Balance.
Begat? There's a word you don't see very often. Watching videos on people who watch YouTube videos on 2 times speed are the devil. We've talked about this before, but oh god, who does that? It freaks me out. I'm like, oh god, I don't know. Alright, where can I find the scriptures of the balance? And please tell me I don't have to read them.
Where can I find the scriptures of the balance?
Pay a visit to the Sentinel Enclave, located outside the city to the east. The great library of the Enclave contains every book ever written by an Arcadian minstrel, and most others as well. Speak with Minstrom Yerin, the keeper of books. Tell him I sent you.
The Enclave? Oh no, it's Fallout now. What about content creators that talk really slowly? I mean, they have made their video in a way that allows them to talk slowly, I suppose? You watch Pathfinder at one point? Ban that man. Don't actually ban him. Wonder how that works for view time. I actually don't know how that works for CPM. I suppose CPM's calculated by views, but then the algorithm uses watch time as a metric. I genuinely don't know how that works. Interesting. Well, I don't think that information is publicly available, which would not really surprise me. You get to, if you ask for a demotion, do you get to keep like any money that you had from the promotion? Is that not allowed? I need to find the entrance to the Guardian's Realm.
I need to find the entrance to the Guardian's Realm.
There is one. You are right in that, but where, I would not venture to guess.
Crap.
In the past, when the time came for the Guardian to step down and another to take his or her place, the Guardian opened a gateway wherever it was needed. A Guardian, still in full control of the balance, can invite anyone in and let anyone out. But with the Guardian gone, the only way in would be the point where the divide was first created, where the tower was built.
Isn't that location written down somewhere?
Remember that this was done on the old Earth before the divide. After the divide, after the creation of Stark and Arcadia, places were shifted about. This entrance may not even be on the ground anymore.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean?
It could be up there, in the sky, or far below us, through the crust of the earth into the molten depths below. I cannot say, and I do not know anyone who could.
Yeah, for an extra $1 an hour? That doesn't sound worth it. That sounds like you're ruining your life for not a very good cause. Yeah, there's an underestimation to how much having free time in evenings is a very important integral part of work-life balance. I guess it all depends how your work life works. I always found it really hard to do things before work. So having time after work was always more important. To a point, anyway. Isn't there any way to locate the entrance to the Guardian's realm? I've got like these metal rods. We use them to find water.
Isn't there any way to locate the entrance to the Guardian's realm?
Perhaps with careful investigation of the old texts, histories of Arcadia, of the Divide, the scriptures. I do not know, April, but it cannot hurt to look. Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yerin.
Okay. Go to the Enclave again. Yeah, former is the best part of that sentence. They do it to American TV? Really? I've never watched enough American TV to know. I wouldn't know. I mean, I could ask him about the dragons. Haven't I already asked him about the dragons?
I need to locate the 2 dragons.
And he was like, I've got no idea.
The Drykin?
What's the difference?
Dragons is a word from your world. The kin are not what they have become in your legends and fairy tales.
But they're real, aren't they?
Oh, as real as you and me, April. And old. They have been here since before our time. As you probably remember, the kin were instrumental in the Divide, saving mankind from a terrible end. But I know so little. Only what I can remember from my studies when I was a minstrom at the Enclave.
Okay, so we could find more information in the Enclave?
How can I get more information on the Drakkin?
Books, daughter, books.
Books!
The wisdom of the ages. There is one tome you should study, called The Secrets of the Drykin.
Oh, that sounds useful.
By Minstrom Elniak. It is old but informative, and it captures the imagination.
Where can I find this book?
Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yerin.
Okay, so we're looking for Yerin.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Tobias.
Good to know I could help you, April.
I feel like
Are you busy?
I'm missing something here. I don't know why. I mean, you just go to the Enclave.
I'm never too busy for you, April. What may I assist you with today?
Last time I didn't fully exhaust this man's dialogue. I had to come back. I'm paranoid.
Where can I find the scriptures of the balance?
Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave.
Yes.
Speak with Minstrom Yerin.
Thank you. It's not helpful.
Isn't there any way to locate the entrance to the Guardian's realm?
Perhaps with careful investigation of the old texts, histories of Arcadia, of the Divide, the scriptures. I do not know, April, but it cannot hurt to look. Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yerin.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Good day to you.
I don't watch that much UK TV either. Funnily. I guess we leave? Alright, let's go to the Enclave, I guess. Hopefully it's put a map marker. I feel like I'm missing something or forgetting something. I don't know what though. I'm wondering if it's something that I read in the last stream and it's like... Yeah, no, I read that one. When I asked Obnoxus about the Drake kin, he didn't really know much about them except for a story that he'd heard about a god who fell from the stars into the ocean a long time ago. Whatever this so-called god may be, it's a fair chance it's got something to do with this dragon kin creatures. Might be a good idea to run this by somebody who knows more about myths and legends of the sea. Is there a side quest to bring back WD-40 from Stark? Hello, I have this wonderful scientific marvel. Anti-squeak. Monday, I have no concept of what the Arcadian or Mercurian calendar is like, but at home it would be July 31st. Come to think of it, what year is it here? Anyway, that's not the reason I'm writing an entry in my diary. Tobias told me about a library where I might be able to find some answers. The library is at Sentinel Enclave, just outside of town, and I'm supposed to speak with a minstrel named Yerin. He is the keeper of books, or something like that, which probably translates into the equivalent of a librarian. I'm going to go speak to Brian Westhouse.
Hi there, Mr. Westhouse. I'm back.
My word. What on earth possessed you to return to this godforsaken place? You were lucky to escape the first time, but now you're really pushing it.
Nah.
It's not that bad a place, or else you wouldn't stay here. Besides, this time I didn't exactly come here by choice.
I stay here because I'm a true masochist, Miss Ryan. And who forced you to come? Was it Cortez?
He doesn't even know I'm here, unfortunately. No, I think I had some kind of accident with my so-called powers. I shifted in my underwear.
No, ha! Isn't that the way it is, though? We always cross the rift at the most inopportune times. Care for a drink? Oh, no, that's right. You, don't.
Do we think he knows anything about sea myths and legends? Does he think he knows anything about the dragons?
Would you mind helping me with a few questions?
I've nothing better to do, so shoot.
Oh, you need your feet as well to count these polygons. You know, just look at the high definition textures. Look at that JPEG. Oh, do you know anything about dragons? Here we go.
Do you know anything about dragons?
I try to stay out of the affairs of the kin these days. What precisely do you wish to know about the damn beasts?
There are 2 dragons in Arcadia, and I'm trying to locate them.
Yeah, I've heard that tale myself, but no, I don't know anything about it. You'd be better off speaking with the Sentinel Minstrum. After all, religion is their specialty, not mine.
That was less helpful. Okay, did you ever hear a story about a god who fell from the sky?
Did you ever hear a story about a god who fell from the sky?
Stories aren't my thing, April. You should visit a library. I'm sure you'll find some stories in the books. I know the Sentinel have a library somewhere near the city. I've also heard rumor of a people with wings who do nothing but observe and record history through stories. But I don't know if that's all it is. A rumor. Still, if you're looking for stories, it may be wise to check it out and see if you can find them.
Okay, interesting. What did you say about the flying people?
What did you say about the flying people?
They're supposed to be great storytellers, and they've been observing this world for a very long time. But it can only be a rumor.
Okay. You know anything about a disc that would open up the Guardian's realm? He's going to tell me to talk to the man in the temple.
I'm looking for a disc that will open up the Guardian's realm.
That's religion, Miss Ryan. And the only things I worship are whiskey, a good cigar, and a nice long... Anyway, don't ask me about all that balance mumbo-jumbo.
Shower? He was going to say shower, right? Would you be able to tell me where I could look for the entrance to the Guardian's realm?
Would you be able to tell me where I could look for the entrance to the Guardian's realm?
In Tobias's pants, if he had his wish, I'm sure. No, sorry, I don't know anything about the Guardians, balance, Sentinel, or gardening. Now, if you're interested in bullfighting, I could talk all night.
Not really, no. Bullfighting is a horrible act of cruelty to animals, and not much of a sport at all.
Bullfighting's a horrible act of cruelty to animals, and not much of a sport at all.
I'll just forget you said that, Miss Ryan. If there's one thing I miss about Stark, it's bullfighting.
God's sake.
You'll be happy to hear then that they abolished bullfighting hundreds of years ago.
Damn.
I can't think of any more questions for now.
Then let's talk about other things, shall we?
Other things. Nope, I'm good.
Thanks, Mr. Westhouse.
Okay.
Anytime, April. Come back if you're homesick and you feel like talking to a fellow alien.
So what happened there was we learned about the flying people. We did get something in my diary. Ryan Westhouse just told me something I should remember. He said that he's heard stories about a winged people who observe and record history. If they've got records going back thousands of years, maybe they'll know something about the whereabouts of the disc, the duels, or even the entrance to the Guardian's realm. Definitely worth checking out. Nice. Should I be saving more? It crashed last stream and I got paranoid. Hello, Craft. How you doing? Where is the Enclave? Is this the This is the Enclave. I think we're going to the Enclave. Let me just save real quick. What am I looking at?
Some kind of sandstone, very malleable, but also very vulnerable to the elements. These cliffs probably have huge, naturally formed caves and tunnels.
Gallon of chicken soup, let's go. The miracle cure, one day. Hello, Moo, how you doing? Oh, is this a staircase? This seems dangerous. Don't fall. Oh, wow. Okay, this is suddenly more impressive. Do you have any squeaky lanterns? Just seagulls and water.
It's a circular hollow about 20 centimeters across and about 5 centimeters deep.
Is that important? Why did you say it like that? Why does that make it sound so important? Stone dragon. Oh, there's a staircase right there. Oh, I haven't turned on. There we go.
The dragon's mouth is pointing straight down at the middle of the floor.
Okay, I assume this is the thing from the intro cutscene we saw, where it was like the dragon leading into the circle, or spitting into the circle, or doing something into the circle. Books. Hundreds and hundreds of books. Why is the music so bloody loud? Jesus Christ. Hello, Mr. Priest.
One of the Sentinel Minstrel.
Are you the one I'm looking for? There's only one guy. I hope it is.
Oh, goodness me, I didn't hear you come in. By the way, you haven't seen Volume 6 of the Complete Annotated History of the Northlands, have you? I could have sworn it was here yesterday.
Sorry, no.
I guess someone else must have taken it. I try to tell them to write down what they borrow on the list, but they never listen. Only last week I spent 3 hours searching the entire enclave for the second scripture of the ballads, the scripture of song, before I realized that Vestrum Tobias was studying it back in the city. Now, such incidents could be avoided if only, and this applies to you too, young lady, people would sign out the books they borrow when they borrow them and sign them back in when they're done. Such a simple procedure. It shouldn't take more than a few seconds to jot down your name and the name of the book you borrow. It makes my job so much easier. Now, which book did you want me to find for you?
What's wrong with his head? He's bald. Like that what that man was talking about there reminded me of the old stock supervisor that I used to work with, where he insisted that you signed out stock when you took it from the stock room, and he used to get really, really into telling you to do it. Hey, brother, can I zoom in on him? Does anyone remember how I did that? Remember how I zoomed in the other day? Can I do it again? How did I do it? I don't remember. No, that's not what I wanted. Hit this button. Yeah, no, that's not working. I should just be able to. Oh, I know why it's not working the way that I think. It is working the way I think it's working. It's just that it's overlaid on the existing thing and it's freaking me out. There we go! I don't know. You don't look that weird. He just looks like an old man. A spit image. Oh dear. Nice. Are you Mr. Aneurin?
Are you Mr. Aneurin?
Yes, of course. Oh, what a silly question.
You're not wearing a badge, mate.
How would I know? I don't know you.
I am Minstrom Aneurin, keeper of the great library of Marcuria. In fact, this is the greatest library of all the Northlands. Perhaps of the entire world. Although they say the Dark People have a library as big, if not bigger, than this one. But of course, we're not allowed anywhere near there. Have you been there?
No.
I don't think...
What a silly question. Of course you haven't. You're not of the Dark People, are you? You don't look like any Dark People I've ever seen, so I can't see how you could possibly... Now, where did Volume 6 disappear to?
Okay. It's not as bad as last week. Last week was really bad. You'll be happy to know, though, that video didn't get demonetized. So... Tobias said I should talk with you.
Tobias said I should talk with you.
Tobias? Vestrum Tobias? I haven't seen him for... Well, he was in last week, but before that it must have been days at least. How is he? Still eating enough for 2 mules? I must tell you of this funny story I heard the other day, of how Vestrum Tobias eats enough for a table full of minstrum, or was it one Elguan? Although the Elguan don't, as a rule, eat very much at all. Did you know that the Elguan can smell water more than half a day's journey away? Amazing, amazing creatures, perfectly suited for life in the desert. The balance provides, that's for certain. The balance provides.
Why do I feel like I'm going to need to remember this piece of information? Why do I feel like it's going to be like, in a while they're going to ask, what animal do you want? And it's going to be an Elguan and like a horse. And if I don't pick the Elguan, I'm going to die. Vestrum Tobias recommended that I look at some books.
Vestrum Tobias recommended that I look at some books.
Books is what we do best here at the Enclave. That is for certain. Which book would you like to see?
All of them. I'm looking for some information, but I'm not sure which book to ask for.
I'm looking for some information, but I'm not sure which book to ask for.
No matter. I know a great deal about most of the books in here. What topic intrigues you?
Okay. Are there any books about flying people who observe and tell stories?
Are there any books about flying people who observe and tell stories?
Winged storytellers, hmm? Let me see what I can find. Hold on.
And he's off. Not quite as fast as the guy on the hover chair, but he is indeed off. Nearly materialized that out of nowhere. Oh. Okay.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Am I gonna have to read each one of these separately? Okay. Here we go. Gonna be the bloody journal out of Siberia all over again.
Himalayas, near the Briston Atoll. Maybe I should try to go there.
Oh. It's a very short book. Alatean. A crafty winged people who have recently dwindled in numbers and whose ability to fly long distances has been steadily diminishing over the past few centuries. The Alatean are known for their ability to remember and tell stories from before the dawn of mankind and up to modern events. The largest known tribe of Alatean, with whom traders have occasional contact, resides on the otherwise uninhabited island of Alice in the Bristol Atoll. Nice.
Are you done? Let me take that back for you.
And he's off. Oh no. How many books were in that list? Excuse me? That's not where you got it from. You fucking threw it out the window.
Oh. Oh, goodness, it's you again. Oh, you gave me such a fright.
Oh, he has a system.
Could I see some more books?
Oh, certainly. What a silly question.
Okay. I'm looking for a story called The Silver Spear of Gorimon? Wait, this is a different list.
I'm looking for some information, but I'm not sure which book to ask for.
No matter. I know a great deal about most of the books in here. What topic intrigues you?
It wouldn't be so bad if I could skip the dialogue. Ah, here we go. I need to find out which 4 magical people of Arcadia were given a piece of the stone disc that serves as the key to the Guardian Realm. And that's for the same thing twice? Ah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I need to find out which 4 magical people of Arcadia were given a piece of the stone disc that serves as the key to the Guardian's realm.
The stone disc of the balance, yes? Yes. There could possibly be something on that in...
Is it over on that shelf?
Let me check. Just one moment.
Over on that shelf over there. You gonna do it again? And he's off. I miss Stark. Where's the magic? Why can't you just magic this stuff over here? Little bit of Wingardium Leviosa or whatever.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Okay, thank you. Let's read this one. How long do you reckon this book is? Chapter 16 in the 8th scripture, the scripture of breaking. Regarding the disc of the balance and the events that came about when the disc was broken. The scriptures tell us that the disc was kept at the Enclave for many thousands of years, safely guarded from any threat by the respect held by every man and woman for the authority of the fathers. But with dissent came disobedience, and disobedience brought immorality, and immorality begat theft. Tyran soldiers, aided by sentinel traitors, attempted to make away with the disc, but were thwarted by the Wight of the Kin herself, intervening, although forbidden to do so, on behalf of the fathers. The disc was brought safely back to the Enclave, but the threat would linger in the minds of the Minstrum and the Vestrum. So it became that the disc was melted in the forge of the dragon's mouth, shaped into the elements of 4 magical people, and given to these respective people for safekeeping until such a time when it was decreed that the disc should once more be whole. 1 stone to the gentle souls that sing in the dark and shape the earth between their toes. Sorry, the break in that sentence. I thought it was going to be something really like, Lord of the Rings intro, and then it just like their toes. 1 stone to the watchers of the woods, the ones who are outside. 1 stone to the 2 that make 1 of air and of sea, and 1 stone to the keepers of the dark flame, the eternally dark, the mariners. When the time comes for the disc to be whole again, 1 person will make a journey, the longest journey, to the 4 who hold the pieces, and the pieces will be given willingly, because there will be no doubt to the righteousness of this person. Okay.
Are you done? Let me take that back for you.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm guessing there's going to be some, elves of some description at some point. I mean, I'm guessing the tree is the tree people. The watchers of the trees or whatever. The mariners. It's kind of an interesting one. Right, now I need the book on dragons, mate. Oh, it's me every time.
Goodness, it's you again. Oh, you gave me such a fright.
I see some more books.
Can I see some more books?
Oh, certainly. What a silly question.
Okay, I'm looking for some information.
I'm looking for some information, but I'm not sure which book to ask for.
No matter. I know a great deal about most of the books in here. What topic intrigues you?
Good thing we don't talk like this in real life, isn't it? I'd like to learn more about dragons.
I'd like to learn more about dragons, about the Dragonkin.
Oh, yes, yes. We have some wonderful books on that topic. Stay here.
Yeah, maybe he's forgotten. Every time I go, oh, it's you. Oh, who are you? It's on a different shelf. Oh my god. Let me guess, you're gonna put it on that thing there so I can look at it. Thanks.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Well, let's see what we can learn about the dragons. Secrets of the Dragonkin by Minstrum Eliak. Forward. The Dragonkin are known by many names throughout the Twin Worlds. In Old Tongue they are often referred to as Drakin. In some variations of Low Tongue, Drechian. In the Southlands, the word Drachin refers specifically to the winged lizard, shape traditionally associated with the kin. In Irhad, the eternal spirits of the kin are simply called Drak, regardless of their current shape. In Stark, most cultures refer to the kin as Dragon, Drage, Drach, Dragon, though this usually refers only to the winged, lizard-like shape. a knot to the spirit inhabiting this shape. In fact, while in Arcady, the kin are respected and revered as eternal spirits with great significance in the balance and the all, in Stark and the kin are mostly creatures of mythology and fairy tales. However, in some Stark legends and scriptures, notably the Christian Bible, the name dragon is associated with the forces of evil, and thus the religious connotations do seem to have carried over in a somewhat distorted form. Who or what are the Dryad kin? Why not ask who is the creator? Or what is the all? Okay, can you answer those questions? Because that would also be quite useful. Questions thus asked will remain in perpetuity, unanswered, for they are in truth unanswerable. To condense all knowledge of the creator into one answer is futile, as is any attempt to define the all without describing every single element that makes up the all. So, also with the Dryad kin, we cannot answer who is the kin or what is the kin, but we can provide some answers to the simpler questions. The questions that deal with what we see and hear and feel, and what we have been told by the kin themselves. I love the way that "and" is on the other page. Answers that together may give us, if only the faintest hint of the whole truth, then at least some indication of who or what the Dryad kin are. Born of the emptiness between the stars, reads the 11th scripture of the balance, the scripture of time. Shaped in unison with the all, part of the all, yet outside the all. Drech kin, note the ancient high tongue variation of Dryad kin. Why so many variations and interpretations of the Dryad kin from culture to culture? The kin have always been shrouded in mystery, and from mystery rises legend and myth. The kin seem content to be seen as nothing but tall tales and figments of a bard's fertile imagination. Okay. That wasn't helpful at all. Was that helpful? Was there information in there that was useful? Aye, Shemai. I don't think that was helpful. I mean, he had some other books on his first list. I guess I should find out what they are.
Oh, goodness, it's you again. Oh, you gave me such a fright.
Can I see some more
Can I
books?
see some more books?
Oh, certainly. What a silly question.
Yeah, here we go. I'm looking for a story called The Silver Spear of Gorimon, the Digimon.
I'm looking for a story called The Silver Spear of Gorimon.
Yes, a fanciful tale if I ever saw one, but a charming one. Did you know that I'm often paid visit by adventurers wishing to read everything available on the spear so that they too can set out on their foolish quests?
Yeah, don't you just hate those adventurers?
Well, they pay for my bread, milk, and butter with their contributions to the coffers, so I shouldn't be too critical of them. But they care not about the books. They care only about what the books can give them.
I care. About the books, really?
I can tell. So, the Silver Spear of Gorimon, then?
There would totally be there would be an achievement for just asking for all the books, because it's expecting a modern gamer to actually sit through this. Good luck.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Yes, hence why I said modern gamer. I'm afraid we're all quite old. Okay, here we go. Let's find out about the Silver Spear of Goemon. In the glory days of Bathsheba before the drought, when Goemon was the greatest city in the known world, the Parech of Bathsheba decided to forge the most powerful weapon in the world to challenge the mighty white dragon. The Parech had grown greedy and bored, his treasure hold filled with the riches of the world, and he desired nothing except the one thing he could never have: the unborn daughter of the white dragon, the fairest, purest, most beautiful creature in the universe. He had asked the white dragon for her daughter's hand in marriage, but she had refused, scolding him for his insolence and warning him to keep his distance from immortals. And so the Parech sought the advice of a mighty sorcerer, the dark and cruel Eos, to learn how to kill one of the Dryak kin. The sorcerer told the Parech of the white silver of Mount Tierney, the strongest substance in Arcadia, and how it could be forged by magic to kill even one of the kin. The Parech ordered his army to go north across the ocean and to bring back enough white silver to shape a weapon. When his men returned with the rare metal, the Parech ordered the finest blacksmith in Bathsheba to his castle, where Eos, the sorcerer, cast a spell to create an unholy forge. 10 days and 10 nights it took before the exhausted blacksmith could present a tall spear to his emperor. But before the spear could be used to kill one of the kin, it had to be bathed in blood. Beheading the poor blacksmith and the soldiers who had retrieved the white spear from Mount Tierney, the Parech private bath was filled with their blood. As he dropped the silver spear into the red bath, watched over by Eos, a terrible scream erupted and steam rose up in a red, foul-smelling cloud. When the steam lifted, the blood was all gone, and the spear was glowing in a deep red colour. With the terrible weapon now ready to be wielded, the Parech issued a challenge to the white dragon to either surrender her daughter to him for marriage, or to suffer a painful death at his hand. Enraged, the white dragon refused him yet again, and flew to meet the Parech. His sorcerer and his 1,000-strong army on the green fields outside Goemon. Of the magical silver spear she knew nothing, and the Parech kept it wrapped in cloth by his side. "Bring your forces around, Parech," warned the white dragon. "If you do not, I will lay waste to them all. I wish my men no harm," lied the Parech, "for this is between the two of us." He then rode forward, alone, and dismounted his horse, but stayed within reach of the spear. The white dragon landed before him, and she said, "You are brave to face me like this when you know you cannot harm me." Then the Parech raised a hand as if to greet her, but it was instead a sign to his sorcerer, the terrible Eos, who cast a mighty spell to hold the white dragon, while the Parech drew his silver spear. The white dragon fought bravely, and she was close to escaping the sorcerer's magic, but the Parech was quick, and he thrust the magic spear into her chest. She screamed in pain and anger, and the sorcerer's spell could no longer hold her. Rising on her beautiful wings, blood pouring down on the land below, she cursed Bathsheba, her Parech, and her people for all time. Wherever the white dragon's blood fell, the land turned arid, and the grass became sand. The Parech sent his army to follow the white dragon and bring back her egg. But the drought grew, and within days, the once proud empire of Bathsheba was turning into a desert. Then followed a fierce storm that tore across the land for 100 days and nights. And when the dust settled, there was nothing left of Bathsheba but 2 coastal cities and a few scattered oases. It is said that in the buried ruins of a lost capital, wrapped in the arms of the Parech, who dared test the immortal, rests the silver spear of Goromon. Wow, I can hydrate. Are we going to need that spear? I feel as though that is an important story.
Let me take that back for you.
We're looking for 2 coastal cities, I guess, and a desert. I'm sure that narrows it down. How big's Arcadia? Out the window. Whee! Right, what's the next book on the list of books?
Oh,
Oh! I don't know why this makes me laugh every time.
gave me such a
Could I see some more books?
Oh, certainly. What a silly question.
A book on the history of Marcuria would be interesting.
A book on the history of Marcuria would be interesting.
Ah, an extensive subject to be sure.
Can I get the summary?
will do my best.
Can I get like the 3-word summary? Can you do it in a paragraph? Oh god, where is it? Okay, it's all the way over there. I thought it was going to be like on this bookshelf over here or something. Here he comes. They're fucked. Yep.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Let's see if that summary is in fact true, shall we? It honestly would not surprise me if it was. Okay. Travels in the Northlands by Jemine the Discoverer. The first part. In my many years as a travelling poet and bard, I have journeyed far and wide across the fair realm of Arcady, and I have seen sights most people have not dreamed. I have stood on the magnificent and terrible southern capes in the midst of winter when the storms are at their fiercest, while waves as tall as the towers of Altaban washed over my frozen body. I have witnessed the monstrous beast that lurk in those dark and deadly waters of the South Swallow Brave Galleon's Hole. South Swallow Brave Galleon's Hole. Good lord. That threw me completely. Creatures the size of mountains that with a flick of a tail can touch the depths of the sea and the stars themselves. I have crossed the great ocean from north to south and from east to west, and in the course been stranded on desert islands with no sustenance but what I could gather from the sparse vegetation for months at a time. I have ridden the giant Elguan across Kaangagriel, the wasteland, from Altaban to Monteba, and further south where the Turuk, the oasis, and few and far between. I have seen the shifting dunes above the ruins of Goromon, precious jewel of Bakshivan. This is very hard to read on this textured background, by the way. I'm just putting that out there. The Bakshivan Empire, concealed for centuries by the coarse and treacherous sand. And I have journeyed far west, carried on goodwill and destiny by shadow ships to the strange and unknown cliffs of a world unseen by most, a world of an unfamiliar tongue and customs, a world of great wonder and mysticism. I know, this part of the book doesn't exist. They like to cut it half sentence and make me turn it over. I have seen all this and more, but the fairest sights still I have seen in the lands of the north, from Aerid to the border mountains of Tyron to the Bay of Fire. No sight can ever compare to dawn at Mount Tierney, looking out to the plains of Nerdar, where wild stallions run free in the thousands, and to look on the city of Coruscant, the pearl of fire, while the boiling sun sets in the ocean beyond. The slow waves reflecting dark yellow and red as they lap slowly upon the sandy shores is an experience truly treasured and ne'er forgotten. These lands are blessed by the Creator, shaped by men, yet wild and free and fertile, home to the greatest cities, the most precious sights, and the most cultured and civilized people in Arcady. Of all the fires I have rested my weary legs by, of all the taverns where I have learned the legends of tale spinners and memorized the songs of bards of all the lands, where I have wandered from city to village, it is the Northlands I return time and time again to learn evermore. Join me now, for I will evoke in you the very emotions I first experienced from visiting the sights and treasures of the northern lands. Join me, and I will surely bring you there, to the exotic mists of this blessed land, and you will pine for its rugged coast and green woods and its hardy people, and like me you will ne'er rest until you can return to yonder shores. Yeah, they only write in odd pages. Also, you know, maybe paper's cheap. Mercuria. Oh, Mercuria, thou unkempt diamond of capitals, thou art by truth the fairest. Thy thy counsel many seek for knowledge, kept within its centuries sought and gathered. By men wiser than the ages brought hither, by word of mouth. Mercuria, changed thou not the course of war. Between thine people, diplomat, wise man, magician, all this and more, thou hast without equal the mark of merit and virtue. Written by Gemine Uthrin the poet. The august capital of Aneurin, the unified country. Mercuria lies on the hardy southern coast of the Northlands, halfway between Tyren and Coruscant. It is a port of call for merchants, traders, adventurers and pilgrims from all four continents, a place of commerce and diplomacy for millions of humans and other species. I assume so. I assume they can just summon paper, right? Arreed is a strong and proud land perched between the plains of Nerda to the north, the land of Tyren to the west, the great sea to the south, and the forests of the Northlands to the east, and inhabited by humans, Dolmari, Tyren, mole people, and Verna. Have we met any mole people? Arreed was formed after Mercuria emerged as a major centre for diplomacy and trade, and became the banner under which the surrounding lands united as one. Arreed is a democracy, currently led by the Chief Council of the Arreed Flag, Lord Yugvan Delan. The High Council, composed of the ministers who govern by representation, resides in the Mercurian Hall of Assembly, flanked by the palace and the barracks. The Ardesi are traditionalists, and their form of government has barely changed over the last few millennia. In High Tongue, Arreed means unification or assembly. Oh, it's the UN. Mercuria is one of the largest cities of Arcadia, the capital of Arreed, and a centre for trade, diplomacy and cultural diversity, populated by a large variety of races from human to Vanir. Mercuria has grown from its origins as the birthplace of humanity to a city of all Arcadians, and the hub of the civilized world. Founded 20,000 years ago at the shore of the then unconquerable ocean, it is the first known permanent settlement of the emerging human race. Initially left to its own devices by more developed races, Mercuria grew large and fat and wealthy. With newfound confidence, it passed through a period of expansion which gained it a reputation as a merciless aggressor, which soon brought violent attention from the Tyren in the west and the Dolmari in the north. After years of war, Mercuria was decimated and subsequently rebuilt with sufficient reinforcements to weather attacks from both sea and land. Peaceful times followed. Whereupon Mercuria settled into the role it has in today's Arcadia. Although all surrounding areas fall under its jurisdiction, there is sufficient self-governing and a few central taxes to appease all, but the most disgruntled. The huge areas of farmland around the city benefit from the well-kept roads, markets and the busy export to other lands. Nearby villages benefit from the military might of Mercuria, protecting them against roving barbarians and tyrant armies, and Mercuria also provides the people of the Northlands with one of the best and busiest ports in Arcadia, allowing travel to distant destinations around the world. Oh my god, I thought that was never going to end.
Are you done? Let me take that back for you.
Let's not talk about ducks. I'm still bitter about the rubber duck. About duck mole people? God damn it, a quack-a-mole? Oh, Jesus Christ. I give up.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, goodness, it's you again. Oh, you gave me such a fright.
Can I see some more books?
Please.
Oh, certainly. What a silly question.
Right. Okay, well, we're down to the final book. Some Arcadian folktales. This is my area of interest.
Arcadian folktales.
A favored topic of mine. I have just what you're looking for.
Who knew that half hour of this stream was going to be me reading books? Oh, I love it. Oh, it's you. One day it won't be me, and his reaction will be justified. At least it was a close shelf. I feel like I'm not really learning much here, by the way.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
I feel like I'd enjoy being a librarian, but I also feel like all the libraries have closed in the UK, so it's probably not that much of a popular job these days in terms of actually being able to get one. Now that journal in Siberia, that took me literally 45 minutes to read the damn thing. My voice was destroyed by the end of that. You have 3 librarians? Wow, I'm surprised you have a library. Okay. I really hope this information I'm reading is useful at some point. Sandra, the faithful wife. Don't we all just love a faithful wife? Sandra was married to a brute of a man named Kare. He was a bully who drank, cursed, gambled, and beat up his wife. Oh, what a horrible man. When he'd lost coins at the cups table. Still, Sandra treated Kare with respect and care. She fed him when he was hungry. She made his bed and washed his back, and she laid down with him when he told her to. She never complained of her hardships to anyone, even though some days she woke up with bruises all over her body. Despite her husband's treatment, Sandra was a beautiful woman with lovely dark hair and green eyes, and men would admire her when she went to the market for food. Or the town. Is this going to end with her killing the husband? I feel like this is going to end with her killing the husband. Well, for water. But none dared approach her, fearing her dangerous husband, more than they admired her beauty and grace. People would say, "Poor Sandra, she deserves better than what she has. She is so good and patient, even though her husband mistreats her every day." No one was willing to do anything to free her from her husband, as they all feared his wrath. She chooses her own path, they would say, and it is not our duty to interfere. Then, one day, a tall and handsome prince rode into town to visit with the elder council. When he spotted Sandra carrying 2 heavy buckets from the well to her home on the edge of town, he was taken with her beauty and youth, and he jumped down from his horse to help carry her buckets home. On the way, he offered Sandra courtship, but when told she was already married, he bowed respectfully and excused himself for acting inappropriately. That night, Sandra's husband heard about the prince helping his wife, and after striking her down for letting royalty interfere with her duties, he strode drunkenly, for he had already had his usual fill of dark ale, towards the tavern where the prince and his cohorts were staying, where when Care arrived at the tavern, the prince was eating dinner, and when told Sandra's husband was there to see him, the prince stood and waved the man closer. "I must congratulate you on your good taste in marriage," said the prince. "For your wife is the most beautiful and good-hearted woman I have ever met." And then he offered Care a seat and a tall mug of ale. But the angry husband did not appreciate the prince's advances, and he drew a sword and lunged at the prince before his guards could react. The prince was quick and lucky to avoid sudden death, and before Care could make a second strike, the prince had recovered his sword from where it stood by the wall and stood ready to fight the brute. "Leave him be," called the prince when his guards drew arms and ran to protect their liege. "This is between him and me." Smiling briefly, he nodded his head to Care and stood to attention. Obviously, his skill with the sword was formidable. Care, a coward at heart, knew that if he had fought fairly, he would surely die. And he sheathed his sword, but loosened the knife he had tucked up his long sleeve. "My pardon, Prince," said Care. "My love for my wife is such that I am blinded by jealousy. I offer you friendship and apologies." He extended an open hand to the prince and smiled a broad lizard's smile. The prince, unaware of Care's mistreatment of his faithful wife, smiled back and put down his sword and extended his own hand. "Your apology is accepted, sir." Then, suddenly, Care's knife was in his hand and moving in a blur towards the prince's exposed throat. Had it not been for the quick eye of a nearby guard, who, with the broad side of his sword, struck Care on the side of his head, the prince would have been dead. The knife carved a deep scar on the prince's shoulder, but did no serious harm. Care was taken away to the town prison to be judged when the sun rose. His crime was surely punishable by death, especially if Sandra would testify to his cruelty in front of the judge. Free of Care's tyranny, the townspeople now spoke of Sandra's suffering by her husband's hand, but Sandra would not herself, even now, speak against her husband. And instead of being sentenced to death, Care was sent away to work the king's mines for 25 years. Taken with her faithfulness, the prince yet again offered Sandra courtship, but again Sandra declined, for she was still a married woman. Then, 1 year later, Care attempted to escape the king's mines by killing 2 guards and climbing the walls, but he was shot down with an arrow and died in agony and disgrace. Again, the prince visited Sandra's town, bringing condolences and a renewed offer of courtship, and this time Sandra agreed. Months later, the prince and Sandra were married in a glorious ceremony, and when the old king died, the prince became regent and Sandra his queen. She was a good queen, as the land had ever seen. She was loved dearly until the day she died, and her funeral was the grandest and most tearful in memory. What? What was the fucking moral of that story? Woman was beaten by husband. Woman put up with husband until husband was arrested and brutally murdered in jail. Once free of the hardship of her husband, she married a prince and became the beloved queen. And then she fucking died. What? I mean, Christ. I mean, I kind of get it, I guess. It's like, oh, she was loyal to the end, and she was loyal to the bad one, and she was loyal to the good one, but what the fuck? There's no way Children of the Lake is going to come somehow have a happy ending, right? Normally folktales have some kind of like meaning behind them. I genuinely struggle to see the meaning of that. That folktale. Oh, that's true, I suppose. That's it, yeah. The folk tales are the opposite in Arcadia because there's no like magic's real, so it's just like this is hard truths of life rather than mystical fabrications. Okay, here we go. The Children of the Lake. There was a village by a lake where no couple had borne a child for 20 years. The villagers were desperate, for without children their village would wither and die. And they turned to their god for help. The next morning, 50 young children rose out of the misty lake and wandered onto the shores, much to the joy of the childless women. "We are yours," said one of the children, "as long as you remember one thing. You are never to fish from this lake again. Instead, you must learn to hunt in the forest and live off the land." Because that's what kids who walk out of water sound like. The villagers agreed, though they worried they might go hungry since they were used to catching and eating fish from the lake. But it didn't take long before they had taught themselves to hunt and grow wheat and potatoes in the fields. 18 years passed, and then one day an old man grew tired of rabbits and deer and potatoes and bread, and he longed to catch a big fish and cook it over a sizzling fire. He took his boat out to where the villagers would not see him, and he sank his line. Almost immediately he caught a large trout. But as he was rowing back to shore, he saw the children of the lake wander from their homes back into the dark waters from whence they came. Their mothers called for them, tried to hold on to them, begged them not to leave, but they would not speak. And one by one, they disappeared into the lake. The old fisherman then saw, as the children sank into the murky waters, how they turned into large fish and sped off into the deep. He was shameful then, and dropped his catch back into the water. It was too late. The village would forevermore remain childless. What the shit did that teach me?
Are you done? Let me take that back for you.
Okay, so I think we've read. Yeah, follow the rules. When arcane beings walk out of the water and tell you not to fish, you shall not fish, for they are magical creatures. What's downstairs? I believe we've read all the books. I think we've read all the books. Oh, just turned up down here, huh? Okay. Pool.
It's a pool of seawater. You'd think that it'd be a bad idea to have a pool inside a library on account of the moisture, but I guess magic makes everything possible.
I'm guessing this is the forge, right? So we're gonna have to come back here and like forge the seal here. What am I doing? Touch water.
The water's pretty cold.
Fantastic. I don't think we can do anything here. Okay. So, if I am understanding what we need to do is... I went to the library. Yes, me. Imagine that. To look for some information about those flying creatures that Brian told me about. And with Minstrom, Yerin's help, I found just what I was looking for. They're actually called the Alatean. And there's a tribe of them living on an island south of here. Alias. Which is such good news, considering how much I love water. And that was my sarcastic voice, by the way. Now, who do I know with a ship? Yeah, weirdo Fisher, let's go. Either that or dickhead captain who refused to sign that piece of paper. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Can I go back to the map man and give him my delivery list? Let's go to the pier first. Oh, I should totally save. That's a good idea. I do not want to read all those books again. Jesus Christ. Imagine if it crashed as soon as I left the library. Ugh. That would have been hell. Let's go to the pier. Yeah, down here. What is that?
Assorted cargo.
No, 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 no. What the fuck is that? What is that? Demon! Hello, sir. Can I get a ride on your boat?
Hello.
Do you know the island of Alais?
Do you know the island of Elias?
Alais.
The vacation paradise of the ancient Delmari? Certainly.
How do I get there?
You say
It's
on a
near
boat.
the Briston Atoll, but boats rarely travel directly to Briston from Marcuria. You'd have to travel via Guyenne.
Can you give me a lift to Guyenne on your ship?
Can you give me a lift to Guyenne on your ship?
There are 3 problems with that scenario.
Oh, bugger.
Number 1, there's no wind, so we can't set sail south. Number 2, I lost my navigator a few weeks past, and I have yet to find his replacement. And number 3, you're a woman. We don't let women on board the White Dragon.
Oh, I'm fucking sorry.
Isn't that a bit sexist?
Sexy is just what I worry about. What with a boat full of men being out at sea for months at a time?
I mean, that's kind of fair, I suppose.
Not sexy. Sexist.
I'm a sailor, girl. What do you expect? Good bedside manners?
Right. Do you know anything about a god that fell from the sky into the
Do
sea?
you know anything about a god that fell from the sky into the sea?
Of course. You find fallen gods most everywhere these days. They're an air and a hand.
Really?
No, of course not. There are no fallen gods in the sea. It wouldn't make much sense, would it? If the sea was full of gods just lying about the seabed.
So you've never heard of such a thing happening?
Now you got it.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a lift off this guy. So I think it is going to be the fisherman. The small pier. Yeah, that is the main logic behind it. Sad but true is that they don't trust the people dumb enough to join the Navy. To be honest, I mean, let's be real. Most men in the Navy were people who got really drunk, tricked into joining the Navy. At least in Britain, specifically, they got tricked into joining the Navy, chucked on a boat, and then fucked off. That was like most of our Navy. They weren't necessarily the best in class. Let's put it that way. In the Navy, can sail the 7 seas. Yep.
Hello again, old man.
Eh.
You.
Can I get a ride in your boat? It's only a small boat, but... Oh, he's getting his pipe out. Hang on. Very important. Do you know of the island?
Do you know the island of Elias?
Aye, I be knowing lots and lots about the feared Isle of Elias.
It's feared? How?
Because it be a place of cannibals.
Fantastic.
You really don't know anything about the island of Elias, do you?
No, I do not.
You know how I can get passage there?
Do you know how I can get passage on a boat going south?
Aye, coin be the way, as me beloved wife always be saying. 'Cause she'd be running off with a wealthy merchant while I be away at sea. Women, Never trusted one I didn't pay for again.
Oh, Christ.
I don't have much coin at all.
And I be at a loss, as do ye. Unless...
Unless what?
I need coin to travel in a boat unless... What?
I mean...
Unless I be calling in a favor with the good Captain Horatio Nebave, who be traveling to Guyenne as soon as the wind be picking up.
What kind of favor?
Oh, he be owing me from back when I was his captain.
What did he want me to do? What?
I'm still curious about that chest.
Right. I be telling yous, curse the balance, girl. You never give up, do you? I be having no real treasure in here, like I told ye. But it be where I keep me personal articles and things I be picking up now and then on me travels. And me bird, it's where I be keeping me bird before I be losing him. I be a stupid old
Bird.
man. He be my best friend. I ain't nobody else around to talk to, you see, on account of him being a talking bird.
The talking bird. I've got to go win at the cup game. Ah, this is going to be fun. Wait, how the fuck do I win a cheating? How do I... He cheats. How am I going to win? What happened to your talking bird?
What happened to your talking bird?
I be cheated out of him. Aye, that cups handler on the marketplace be cheating me in a full game of cups, and I be having to give me bird up to try to win me money back.
And what happened?
He lost.
He be taking me bird when I be choosing the wrong cup. Aye, my best friend taken from me. Cursed be the balance. I be all lonesome now. The worst part is that me bird is now a prize to be won. A prize in the cups game. Beat the handler thrice and you win a prize of your choice, me poor bird.
What's your bird's name?
Bird.
Oh,
What do you mean? Would you cash in your favor with Nebave if I got your bird back?
would you cash in your favor with Nebave if I got your bird back?
Aye, I be promising anything to get me friend back. It be a deal.
Okay. Okay.
See you later.
Okay, this is a path.
I not be dead, aye.
Excuse me. I'm gonna end every single conversation like that from this point on. Every single one. See you later. If I'm not dead. Never know. Get to a certain age. The old sailor down by the docks agreed to help me get a ride south on the White Dragon. On the White Dragon? That bastard? Oh. I'm hoping it was going to be somebody else. If I can help him get his bird back. How difficult can that be? Keep wondering how much he really cares about that bird, however. If he was willing to risk gambling it away in a game of cups. But hey, that's none of my business. Right. So. I'm going to go talk to the map man as well. I'm going to save again as well, actually. That seems like a good idea. You know, just in case. I'm going to give my delivery list to the map man. Maybe he gives me money that I can now gamble away. Even though don't I already have money? Because the lady gave me some coin. Definitely says coin. Coin. How many
I got
coin?
a whole handful of these Arcadian iron coins.
Okay. I do like money. It be my favorite thing. There's only one thing I like more than money, and that's gold. To the stalls. I mean, actually, I like silver more, but obviously gold's worth more. Honestly, if you want to give me bricks of platinum, I'll also accept that. Hey, map man.
Hey, you! What's going on? Why didn't you deliver any maps yesterday?
I delivered all the maps. I got waylaid.
Wasn't around. Sorry.
Well, there are more maps to be delivered, and my customers are getting very impatient. Did you deliver the map to the rolling man?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me see his signature, and I'll give you your next delivery. Here's your next delivery, a map of the Northlands to a Tun Lyak staying at the Journeyman Inn. And be quick about it. She's been waiting since the day before yesterday.
I figure we can wait, right? Yeah, talk to this guy. Yeah, Tun Lake. We'll do that afterwards. What items do I have? I have a pocket watch. I still have the push pin. What if the sticky candy is going to be used? The golden ring, maybe? I guess we'll just talk to him and see what happens. Saving again. Just in case he steals all my money. Hello, dear fellow. I would like to buy the bird.
How about a game of cups today?
Sure, I got money this time. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Just place your bet, investment, on the table and the game will begin.
Hello? There we go.
Here's my coin. Now, how do I play?
I place one cup on top of your coin like so. Then I shuffle them like so. Now, you guess which cup hides your coin. If you get it right, you win another coin, 3 in a row, and you win a prize.
It's 1 and 3, right? That one.
It's gotta be this one.
Looks like you've got the wrong cup. It happens. A 1 in 3 chance, you know. But with coin in your pocket, you can always try again.
I'm gonna see if I can use items. Cheat. Magnetized screwdriver. It's got a magnetized tip and it's iron coins. Here we go, we're gonna cheat.
I'll try one more.
He'll never know.
Keep your eyes on the cup.
He'll never know. We can't follow the cups. Like, the animation is not... I don't know where the coin is, so I can't, like, do this legit. So I've got to cheat. How can I cheat?
Now, you guess which cup hides your coin. If you get it right, you win another coin, 3 in a row, and you win a prize.
Yeah, it isn't magic either.
Nothing happened.
Can you imagine? What is that? Oh, it's my non-magic wand.
Hey, that cup moved.
Hell yeah! That one.
This one, for sure.
That's correct, but that's... You used magic, didn't you?
No.
You used your magic wand.
Screwdriver.
Nuh-uh. Your amulet didn't light up, did it?
No, but it's impossible.
Science!
Because you use magic yourself? Because nobody's supposed to ever win your game? They have a name for people like you, sir. Con artist.
What? I'm outraged. I'm outraged.
Oh, give me the bird and I'll leave you alone.
Whatever. I want my prize.
Prize? You don't get a prize for winning once. Especially when you're cheating. You cheat.
You want me to call the city guard? I demand a prize.
Oh, by the gods of gambling. Here, take this and leave me be.
I had the bird.
A calculator? Where did you get this?
Huh?
Oh, I don't know. Won it off some guy who got it from someone else who's supposedly been in stock. It's it's a valuable souvenir from the mysterious and elusive world of logic. Now, would you please let me be? Let someone else play. Yes.
So you're not gonna let me play again, so I can't win legit. So what is this? Obviously it's calculator.
Strangely enough, it's an old-fashioned calculator, like the ones they used back in, like, the Elizabethan times.
Oh, totally. Yeah, no. Us British people, we were really ahead of the curve when it comes to Elizabethan calculators.
It's a calculator.
It's a calculator. Can I?
I'm not talking to you, you cheat!
It's a talking bird.
I give him the screwdriver. Can I use the screwdriver on the calculator? No. I give him the screwdriver. I'll give you my cheating device for your bird.
I'll make a trade with you. My magic wand for one of your prizes, and then I'll leave your game alone.
What's the catch?
I want the
No
bird.
catch. You get a magic wand, and I get one of your exotic prizes.
All right, fair enough. Which prize would you like?
The tankard. The talking bird.
The talking bird.
That scraggly heap of... A fantastic choice, young lady. Hold on a second and I'll get him for you. A fantastic choice, and I really, really mean that.
What do I use a calculator for? I mean, I appreciate it. I'm terrible at maths. Can I not have it in the fucking cage? What is this shit? I'll just, yep, stuff that in my trousers. Oh my god.
So, you're a bird, huh?
Yeah. Wait a second. Did the old man send you to get me?
I guess he did. My name's April.
Oh, God, is there no escape? I mean, not that I like being cooped up in a cage for gamblers to gawk at and children to spit at all day, but give me a break. It's better than being locked away in a stinking chest. Thanks a whole bunch for rescuing me, April.
Oh no!
You're welcome.
No, hey, that's not what I meant. I was being sarcastic. Do you know what sarcastic means?
No.
Speak all tongue? Yes?
No, actually, I don't. I speak English.
English? I don't know where you're from, lady, but you're weird. Okay, so let me go already, alright? Enough with the I'm human so I can boss the bird around shtick. We're all impressed.
Sorry, I promised the old man I'd win you back. I need a favor from him badly.
Yeah? So what's so important you'd sacrifice a bird's happiness and well-being?
The fate of two worlds, billions of people, and the balance.
Yeah? So... No, forget it.
So were you always just Bird? Or did you have a better name?
No, it's always been Bird. My full name is That Damn Bird. I learned that when I was 2 weeks old. That damn bird, the old man would say. No good ball of feathers. Then he beat me with a stick.
Wow.
Really?
No. He'd just stick me in the chest and forget about me. Which is almost as bad as beating, believe you me.
I'm sorry to hear that, Bird. You know, if you were my bird, I think I'd call you Crow.
Yeah, well, I'm my own bird, lady, and I don't... Crow. You'd call me Crow? That's a pretty good name. It's a proper name, at least, not just an insult.
Anyway, I guess I'd better get you back to your master bird. He's pining for you.
All he's pining for is coin to gamble with.
It's really none of my business. Sorry.
Crow.
Sure you are.
Okay. You want me to look at the crow in my inventory? Look at those polygons. It's crow.
It's Crow.
It's crow. Okay. Yeah, this is why we don't put pockets in women's clothes. They get too powerful. Exactly. This is utterly It's carnage. So do I go and deliver that map, or do I go give the bird back? I'm going to go give the bird back, I think. I think the map delivering stuff. I'm sure it'll be useful at some point. Eh. And again, the Journeyman Inn is like just down the corner. Just round the corner. Let's go see if we can find out. Hello, I'm looking for somebody. I have a map. Are you the lady?
Excuse me?
Yes? Oh, it is you.
It is me. I'm looking for a guest of yours. Tun Luyek?
I'm looking for a guest of yours, Tun Lyak.
The sailor? She is looking for work today, I'm afraid.
Oh.
With most of the ships moored to the docks for balance knows how long, it is difficult for sailors to find work.
Do you know when she's expected back?
Do you know when Tun Lyak is expected back?
I could not tell you, child, but from what I know of the ships in harbor, she will not find one that needs a navigator anytime soon.
A navigator, you say? Oh, fancy that. I know a ship that requires a navigator. I'm guessing I just have to do this in a different order.
You're welcome, child.
Let's secure our passage before we try and find ourselves a navigator, shall we? The pier? I kind of like. I go to the pier. I kind of want to go to this bit. I guess City Gates is that bit, isn't it? Yeah, I keep going to the wrong place. Oh well. It's still one transition, I suppose. Hello, sir. I have Bird the Bird, also known as Crow. Why'd you keep him in the box? Couldn't you just, like, you know...
Here's your bird, sir. It wasn't easy, but I got him back. I sure hope you're grateful.
Bird, blessed be the balance, me faithful friend and companion be back.
No, not back in the chest, not in the shit!
Now can you help me get passage on a ship?
Aye, I be a man of me word. Speak ye with Captain Horatio Nebervale, the White Dragon, the ship behind yous. Tell him Umbrianos be sending yous to cash in on that old favour he be owing me.
Thanks, old man.
Ire.
Ire, yes. Ire indeed.
The old man keeps his bird locked in there. Poor guy. The bird, that is.
Yeah, why would you want him back? Just to put him in the chest so they can have a chat later on. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Alright, let's go cash in this chip. Even though there's still no wind. So I feel like we're going to have to solve that problem at some point, right? Hello, sir. I'm here to cash in a debt. I'm going to save the game.
Hello.
Hello. You know old Ionos, don't you?
You know old Umbrianos, don't you?
The old drunk? Aye, he be a good captain once. But ever since he lost his ship, he hasn't been much worth to anyone.
Be that as it may, you do owe him a favor, right?
Aye, that I do. He saved my life more than once. And I wouldn't be captain of this beautiful lady if it weren't for him.
Guess what? I'm here to cash in on that favor.
No.
I'll be damned. What did you do for the old geezer? Promise him your hand in marriage?
Don't you mind that, old boy. Just get ready to sail south. You're giving me a lift to the island of Elias. I mean, since you're already heading for Gien.
I am? That could prove a little tricky.
How come?
For one, there is no wind. That accursed alchemist up north has put some kind of spell on the wind. Clax, I believe his name is, Roper Clax. Lives in a bloody rock somewhere beyond Riverwood. As long as he's got his dirty claws on the wind, this vessel ain't going nowhere. Then there's a little problem with my crew. I can't very well leave the harbor without a navigator, and my last one decided he didn't much care for the sea anymore and went off to marry a serving maid.
But, okay. Let's say I manage to free the wind and find you a new navigator. Then will you drop me off on Elias?
You think you will be able to defeat Clax, free the wind, and find me a new navigator? By Jaw's pus-filled left eye, if you do such a trick, then I'll take you wherever you wish to go. Most likely they'll be holding your funeral within the week, girl. Just leave the madman be and let the army deal with him.
Never you mind. As long as you keep your promise and take me to Elias.
What's with Elias, anyhow? It's been deserted for hundreds of years, ever since the Dolmari fell victim to the Great Plague.
I need to visit the Elation people, to listen to some of their stories.
As if there aren't enough stories here. It takes all sorts, that be for sure.
Okay. So I need to go north, huh? I've turned into everybody's little errand boy. Girl. Person. I do one favour for one person, and boom, I'm running around the entire Northland solving people's problems. This time it's some whacked out magician, sorry, alchemist, up north somewhere. He has, get this, captured the wind. How the hell do you capture the wind? I mean, I can just wave my hand a bit and voila, instant wind. But who am I to argue? Magic's never really been my forte, so I don't have a choice. I have to travel north, try to talk to this alchemist, this Roper Clax guy, into releasing the wind, and then come back here. I don't even know how much time we have left before chaos destroys the worlds, but I'll have to hurry. Since I'm not particularly familiar with the lay of the Northlands, so to speak, I'll need a map. Ah. It is definitely a classic trope, isn't it? But then they did say we were going to quell the chaos, and I guess in some ways we are kind of quelling the chaos. Sure is useful that we have this map of the Northlands.
It's a map of the Northlands. I'm supposed to deliver this to, Tunlyak, staying at the Journeyman Inn.
I can't use it, never mind. Is there just a way for me to, like, leave? I pressed the wrong one? No. No, no. Oh, bugger. Steady. There we go. Can I just go north? Who knows? Maybe there'll be a road. Which way's north anyway? I know that Brian Westhouse is in the house to the west, so I'm guessing north is just going to be straight up. Makes the most sense in my mind. Hey, look! The road to the north! We go! Wow, that's a horn.
Those monuments? They're enormous, like man-made mountains. I wonder what they are. What they were made for.
Why there's so many? They're like beacons.
Monumental.
Our beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid.
Some kind of cattle, but not the kind of cattle they breed in Kansas. It's a farmhouse.
Farmhouse?
It's a small barn.
Well. Into forest, huh? You know, a few things that I know about magical places. Magical forests tend to suck. I'm apparently being stalked by Bird. Well, I'm sure that's not going to be a problem. So Mercuria, the road north, the forest. I like this music. Reminds me of Jade Cocoon, of all things. How did he escape? I guess he opened the box. I feel like that's the only way, huh? Yeah, I think he deserved to escape, to be honest. I don't see anything to interact with here.
It's a discarded wagon wheel.
Oh, great. Guess we'll just keep walking until something happens. Incoming!
Do you always travel like you got a two-headed Vesperian nymphate on your tail?
Excuse me?
I couldn't keep up half the time.
Crow, is that you?
Of course, there was that pair of stunning robin redbreasts. Twins, did you know? It's not as if I could just leave them without a kiss or two. Or 12, as it turned out. Maybe I'm just out of shape after being stuck in boxes and cages and knapsacks for the past 20 years.
I guess it is you.
Of course it's me! How many birds do you know with both good looks and a sense of humor?
You got a sense of humor.
No, funny. Nah, that's funny.
What are you doing here, Crow?
What am I doing here? What am I doing here? How about a nice to see you, Crow, or I've missed you so much, Crow, or at least a glad to see you out of that chest, Crow?
It is nice to see you, Crow. How did you escape?
Cunning, milady. Of course, that keg of Androgen stone liquor the old geezer got his hands on didn't hurt. I've never seen such a shameful display of public drunkenness in my life. Well, not since the last time I had a thimble full of wine. Phew, boy, were those ladies in for a surprise. When they were told I could talk, I'm sure they didn't count on my encyclopedic knowledge of Dolmari obscenities.
Fantastic.
The old man was gonna gamble me away again, you know. Went straight back to the cups handler after the, celebration. So, I decided to split before they put me back in the cage. That place was like a prison without the amenities. And let's not even mention the food. Did you ever try roasted elguan dung? Ugh, pooey, duh, don't, ever. So, I pecked a button here and some soft tissue there and fled. I had nowhere else to fly, so I decided to join you on your, quest. It sounded like a spot of good old-fashioned fun. Like a Bird Zone adventure. It's not as if I came after you because I like you, though. You don't have any feathers.
Thanks.
Thank God for that. Okay, if you want to join me, I wouldn't mind some company. I'm guessing you'll be using your wings, though, and not your feet?
The ground's no place for a free spirit like myself, baby. Besides, I hear there are a lot of good-looking birds in this forest, and let me tell you, they don't parade about on the ground like winged chickens.
Never guess this is the
Just try to
90s.
slow down once in a while. Let me catch up.
Sure. But how do I get your attention if I need to talk to you?
Can you whistle? Like this?
Sorry. But wait a second, I got a little flute. I could use it to call you.
I'm not a sheepdog. Let's get that straight. You play your tune, and I'll consider your request. I won't be flapping to attention like a tame soldier hawk.
Deal. We better get moving, though. It's getting late.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll try to keep an eye out ahead in case there's trouble.
I get a feeling I'm going to see this animation a lot. Did they really need to have that animation? Okay. Monday, July 31st. I have no idea what year it is in Arcadia. On the road north. I met a friend. He's very nice, very funny, and he's a bird. A talking bird. Crow. Ne bird. He's not actually a crow, but he reminds me of one, and his personality is a lot like Crowboy's, my favourite cartoon character. He escaped from his owner, or captor, to be honest, and decided to join me on my little adventure. I'm just so happy to have somebody to talk to. And with luck, he'll be able to help me out once in a while as well. We agreed that I'll use my flute to call him whenever I need him. You may not be able to tell from my writing, but there's a big silly grin on my face right now. Amazing! Right, let's keep going. Well, we're definitely getting The Sounds of the Forest, Volume 1. April, do you have a sword? Ew, what's that? Is that a mole man?
Oh dear. Oh dear me. Please, human, don't kill me and skin me. I haven't even sung to the soil yet.
You'll make a fancy waistcoat. Your coat does look very nice and fluffy.
Your coat does look very nice and fluffy.
Oh dear me. You think so? But it's mine.
I'm not a poacher, so don't worry. I'm just kidding.
Oh my. I don't know if I enjoyed your jest. Humans have a strange sense of humor. You are human, are you not?
Sure I am. My name's April. What's yours?
Oh man.
In my language, it's Bandu Umana Banta Aurubana Bitana Benort. It means the little one who tries hard to live up to his father who sings to the soil.
I'll call you
That's
Bob.
a mouthful. So, what do I call you?
You can call me Ben Bandu, the sad little one. Banda is the name of my people. We are the little ones.
So you're hobbits. Aren't your people called the Mole People?
Aren't your people called the Mole People?
That's what the city dwellers and farmers call us. They say it with sharp tongue. Moles. Dirt diggers. They don't like us very much.
Okay.
Our given name is Banda, the little ones. Or the Banda Banta, the little ones who sing to the soil.
How do you sing to the soil?
How do you sing to the soil?
When we're old enough, and we found our voices, we just sing, and the earth shapes itself to our needs. We live in harmony with the earth, just like the birds do with the air.
It seems useful.
Why are you sad, Ben Bandu?
I'm looking for my brother. He's been gone in the forest for many days, and I've not heard him sing to us. Our people don't walk about the forest much. It's too dangerous for us. You haven't seen my brother, have you? He's short, about my height, with a tan coat and a mischievous glint in his eye.
No.
You're the first mole. The first Banda I've met.
Oh dear. I hope he's all right. A lot of our people have disappeared this summer.
What happened to the Banda that disappeared?
We don't really know. But there's something evil in this forest. Something that doesn't like the Banda. I shouldn't be out here looking, but I must find my brother.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're looking for him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you ever so much.
Good luck on your search, Ben Bandu. Sad little one.
And the best of luck to you, April. Please, if you see my brother, tell him to come home. We're all so very worried.
Best of luck to you too, April. I should make that my raid noise.
Hey, Crow, would you mind doing me a favor?
I was having this tete-a-tete with a pretty young sparrow.
Fucking
But
God.
hey, Crow at your service. Did you say favor? Oh, sure thing. Unless it's something extremely... No, make that even remotely dangerous. I don't like dangerous.
Not at all. Just scout out the forest from your vantage point. See if you can find Ben Bundu's brother.
Ben who?
The mole I just met. I thought you were supposed to be watching me. Didn't you pay attention?
No. Mole, you said. They're savages, the lot of them. You eat birds, even.
Crow, I eat birds. You probably do, too.
Yeah, I love a roasted duckling and a tangy orange. Oh, but yeah, I see your point. Looking for a lost mole, then, are we?
Yeah, and they're called the Banda.
I never got into that whole PC thing. It's not Tyrox, it's the tyrant. Don't say chicks, say birds. Don't say birds, say women. I don't know. It's all a little too complicated for a simple man of the air like myself.
Oh God,
Just
help.
go look for the lost Bandu, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I can honestly say I have never called women chicks. It's before my time. And with that bombshell, I think I'm going to be ending the stream here. I think we're kind of running out of time, so it seems like a good place for me to save the game. I think it went quite well. I didn't really come across anything that I didn't work out. The screwdriver bit could have, if it didn't click in my brain that it was an iron coin, that could have been a problem. But I'd say that went quite well. Yeah, lots of reading. I think that we didn't get as much done as I'd like, mostly because I spent half of the stream reading. But I guess I will end the YouTube recording here, so thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. As always, see you next time.